What happens when Pac-Man leaves the arcade and jumps into a full 3D platforming adventure? Let's find out. So Pac-Man World Re-PAC 2 is new to me. I didn't play the original back in the day and only dabbled with Pac-Man World back on the PS1. This remake is my first proper go at it, and honestly, I was surprised at how much fun it is. The story is straightforward, but it works. The ghosts have stolen the golden fruit from the special tree, and it's up to Pac-Man to get it back. Being a remake, this brings a couple of improvements over the original. The graphics have been completely redone, and they look good for what it is. Pac-Man has a decent moveset. You've got the bounce, which you can use to defeat enemies or reach higher platforms, a swipe attack for regular enemies, and of course the new rev roll, which is basically a charge move to smash through things or reach places that you otherwise couldn't. You can also throw Pac dots for enemies you can't otherwise touch, and there's also special abilities like Mega Pac-Man, when you've collected a power pellet so you can kill the ghosts. And there's a way to turn metal just like in Mario, so you're able to walk underwater. Each world is split into 4 levels with its own theme. The first 3 are standard platforming stages, and the 4th is usually a boss fight. I feel the later bosses in the game get way too tough. They have no checkpoints and they can go on for quite some time. I think they definitely should have checkpoints halfway through or leveled down the difficulty. One thing I liked is that most levels introduce something new. For example, trampolines that launch Pac-Man way up high, adding more variety to the platforming. It just keeps things feeling fresh rather than just repeating the same ideas over and over. In terms of difficulty, Pac-Man World Re-PAC doesn't seem too bad at first, but then when you get to the later stages you can definitely feel the difficulty going up ever so slowly. But it's still doable without too much trouble, apart from the bosses I mentioned earlier. What makes this game trickier though is if you're going for 100% completion. Collectibles aren't always right in front of you, they're often tucked away or in awkward spots, or just out of reach, which forces you to think about how to use Pac-Man's moves to get to them. It's not punishing, but it does add a nice layer of challenge if you're the type of player who wants to find everything. The game still uses a life system, but honestly I never came close to running out. It feels a lot more forgiving than old school platformers. It seems to be more about encouraging exploration than punishing mistakes. If you're finding it difficult though, there's an easy mode that you can switch to in the settings that turns off lives, damage and adds extra help. As for the controls, they're really solid. Pac-Man feels tight and responsive to move around with no delay. The rev roll, the swipes, they all feel satisfying to pull off, which makes a big difference in a platformer like this. Performance wise, I was playing on PC and didn't run into any crashes, glitches or frame rate drops or anything like that. It was a nice smooth experience overall. Pac-Man World 2 Re-PAC is just a really fun platformer. The levels are well designed, the controls are smooth, and the mix of new moves and old school Pac-Man make it worth playing, whether you tried the original or not. At the end of the day, it's colourful, it's light-hearted, and it's just good fun. And sometimes, that's all you really want from a game.
Hey, hold on! Where are you sticking that golden fruit? Clyde?
My partner also gave this game a go. Let's end by seeing what she thinks.
Why does a goose have books on? Since when does Pac-Man have a dog? At the end. Queens are needed to use when the dash of reading. It's Sonic. That wasn't very nice. This is definitely Sonic. Yummy and tasty. Run away! Nom nom nom. I only got one green thing. Where's the rest of them? I'm gonna go back and get them all. I wanna go back and get all the fruits.
Do I this?
It's alright.